me yell at you. Hang on.
Recording is on.
There we go. It's so hard to talk and channel. So if you think I'm being scatterbrained right now, I really am. And I was really looking forward to this. Give me a second. You're also going to see me like stare off over here. It's just because I have blank spots on my wall. So that's where you visualize that. Hang on. Let me see if I can. Okay, here we go. It's like when you connect, you can like feel it. And it's, hold on. A very practical person. Very practical, because what happens right now, and I'm like, where are you at? What are you doing? He's not in with me, he's in with you. And he like opens the door and he's like, this is what's happening in my head. Opens the door and he's like, well, I'm here. That's why I'm like very practical. Like there's not this big, hold on. He's talking about like, wouldn't believe it if I seen it. Like, it's almost like what this is, like we didn't believe in it or like dabble it very much in the physical, everything. Hang on, that's where he's at. Hang on. Oh, okay. So you weren't, okay. He's talking about how like you were like a little pea pod or something like that, but you're not little. Like obviously you're like bigger than 10 or something like that when he passes. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I was 13.
Perfect. Okay. Because he's calling you this little pea pod. Like, so you're small, but huh?
Is he saying popcorn?
Yeah, it's like pea pop, popcorn. It's like PP.
Popcorn
What is it?
was his name for me. That's what he always called me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, so again, listen to words that I say throughout it because they'll, oh, that's so random. Yeah, he's like PP, and I'm like, nobody calls their kid PP. What is this? What is it? Pop, 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 pop. Perfect. Oh my God. There's been, God, this is not, I love this. Wait. He's like, hey, I told you I'd do it. I'm like, all right, very matter of fact, very practical. What? I'm going to ask him a couple questions. There's always a lot of things going on in my head. He's disappointed, not at you, nothing like that. He's disappointed like on how, sorry, chew on my pen when I channel. He's disappointed on like how you had to witness things that went along with him or like witness these. Like he doesn't like that. He's like, no daughter should have to go through that. Like that's what he sounds like in my head. Hang on. I wish she didn't have to take that lasting impression with her. So like you took that and you keep repeating it or in your head and like you replay it. Don't replay it anymore. That's not him. Hold on. I wish I'd been there for him more. We'd have so much fun. Yes, yes, yes. He said, hold on. He would have been far more. He's very critiquey, very critiquey. He's talking about like, oh, it would have been hard for you growing up because of how critiquing he would be or something like that. He was like, but I'm kind. I'm like, okay, hang on. He's making a joke on like, it's the mother you have to worry about, like not him. And I'm like, all right, I will throw that out there. Hang on. Oh, him and your mom, they were still married and they were good friends. Hang on. She had to. Hold on. He's so analytical. He keeps talking about how he's analytical. So like studies or something like that. I don't know what this is. Hang on. Let me figure out why he keeps going over there with like books and all this jazz. Why do you have that over here? Hold on. Don't tell me yet. Hang on. Literally showing me like my movie, The Page Master. I don't know if you ever saw that, but he's showing me like the books. That's one of my sides. I'm like, okay. Hey, wait. Who's Liz?
That's my older sister who is estranged.
Really? Okay. I keep hearing like while he's talking, I keep hearing Liz.
Yeah, and can I tell you about the books or do you want me to wait?
Hold on, wait, let me get more. This is my favorite thing. This is like the world's biggest mysteries, and I can just figure them out on myself. So hold on. But if I get confused, I'll tell you. Like if it's just something I don't know, Yeah. Hang on. Wait, what did? Okay, so he's talking about like kids. He's talking about how like teaching or something like that, I guess. Because he's like, I taught all those little kids, or like I taught all those kids, like little kids turn into big kids. So I'm guessing and they're filtering. He's showing them like generations or something. I don't know what this is, like going big to little, big to little. So I guess it's like wait, who's he a teacher?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He taught English.
So no shit, he's so analytical and literal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he shows up like this. I had another person, okay, so he's telling me that he wasn't like, was he like did he do college though?
Yes. Yes. And he wrote analytical workbooks for his, like, that he stole to the campus that the other English teachers would use, like about like parts of speech and like analyze text and stuff.
Really? Oh, how crazy.
And like
Okay.
his favorite, he was a big reader, but he would like read like the dictionary and like a cookbook or something, like as like a
hobby,
like for like reading, casual.
Oh my God, how crazy. Okay, no wonder he's like taking my stuff and how I write, or like how and he's like dissecting it. And that's okay. The reason I said college versus that, I said in my head, I said, oh, you're a teacher. I was like, great. I was like, well, like, what grade did you teach? And it was like, I'm a professor.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm like, okay. So I was like, wait, like college? Because we get very
Yeah, he was very proud of it.
Yes, very, very proud of this. Wait. Hold on. So can we reach out, talk to about your mom? And he's talking about how, I guess, like, she changed his life. That's a whole nother thing. How were they? So he put a lot of his time into his studies. Did the relationship suffer at that hand?
It not really. My mom was a professor too. But towards the end things got really, really bad.
Messy.
There
okay.
Was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because he's saying to her about how like work or studies or whatever this is took us apart, and then like passing and stuff that took us apart. But he's acknowledging and saying like she changed his life. That was like his best friend. That was like somebody he could stand close to. So allow that and move that on and let her know that there's no hard feelings or nothing of that. And he's like,
there's a lot of drama that went down at the end. I can tell you or wait either way.
Yeah, hold on. We'll wait. My God, he's showing me like cutting things off and sectioning it out and moving things where it shouldn't be, and like all, I guess it's like financial as well, and with all this bullshit. And he's saying that he was arrogant. He's saying that he was arrogant in that fact, and that he didn't like that. It's almost like looking at it from another viewpoint and being like, I apologize on that. He's cleaning his glasses while he's talking to me.
He did that all the time.
That's what he's doing. Like, took it off, and he has this little wipey thing, and he's doing this right now. And I'm like, what are you doing? Cleaning my glasses. I'm like, okay. They'll eat. They'll walk around your house. They'll do everything. He wasn't, he was a big guy. He wasn't that tall though, was he?
No. He was like a big, like, probably like average height, but he was like very like kind of burly.
Stocky. Yeah, because he's talking about how he'll walk around like your place or where you're at, and like how you both can't share the hallway because he's stocky, but he's shorter, like average height. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And he's saying that you got where you're at right now because of him. He's like taking that. I'm like, hang on. He's talking about how you ask him, like, where do I go? Where do I go? What do I do? What do I do? Or something like that. And he's just like, well, I can't do anything if you don't listen to me, like that. And I'm like, okay, I'll let her know that too. He says, hold on. Was his mother a big problem? No, wait, hang on. He's saying his mother was the one that took him home. So his mother is dead.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. He was saying, mom drugged me home. And I was like, okay, that's an issue. And I was like, wait, no, because he's showing bringing him when he's dead. So mom brought him home. Hang on. There's somebody for your own mother that he wants to bring through. It's a male, and I don't know who it is yet, but he's like surprising me to give this to her. I don't know why. We'll get out of there in a second. And then there's like who else are you with? I'm trying to figure out who he's with. Like, you don't have a whole lot of stuff from your dad either. It's just like, do you like just have a shirt from him and like that's it or something like that?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Because he's apologizing for you. Like, I was like, what does she have of you? What is this? And he's showing me like texture and he's showing this and he's showing like, but it's like, oh, it's just a shirt now. Like, it doesn't have a whole lot of meaning. And you're like, where'd the rest of you go? Right. Like that. And he's like, I'm here. Like, I'm not in this, but it's like older. And Roos? I don't know what Roos is. I have no idea what that is. Roos. Well, what's that? Who's that?
Ruth. The
Yeah.
name Ruth.
Yeah.
That is my partner's grandmother who's passed away.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that could be coming through. I have.
Yeah. It's a person, and he's just. I was like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? And it's like Ruth or like that. So it comes in my head, and I'm like, know that she's fine. Know that she's fine. Oh, she's a good kid. Like talking about your partner. That's a whole nother thing. Says, Dad is approving of you for some reason. I don't know what's happening over there. Wait. Mom is more analytical. It's almost like you've sectioned yourself off from mom too.
I have.
Yeah. Have you?
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything that happened like within that like 5-year period just got crazy, and we're like building a relationship back. But like I said, there was a whole lot of stuff that went on like right around the time that he passed. Like about a year leading up to his passing, and then it's just within the last couple of years starting to kind of settle in.
Calm down. Okay. Because I was like, so no wonder the joke about the mom was really actually kind of a joke to it, but not at the same time. And then, so no wonder, because it's that. Another thing is he puts you and your mother in like together in the same room, but there's a fence in between you. So for me, that's like we're bonding our relationship, but I'm still putting up walls, you know? He, all these symbols everywhere. Wait. Friggin' farm. Wait, what? Do you have a lot of animals?
He grew up on a dairy farm, and I always had a ton of pets growing up.
So he's talking, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's showing me a farm. Like, that's where his happy place is. And I'm like, and then he attaches like all these animals to you. And I'm like, wait, you got a lot of animals? Okay.
Yes.
That's so quick. It's like boom, boom. And I'm like, all right. I was farm boy. Yes, I know. But I was raised and he's happy that he's back there. So I'm guessing he traveled to wherever he lived before because he's happy he's back. And it's like halfway across the country or something like that because it's far away. Okay. Because he's like putting me in the middle of the United States, far United States, or down here and then far. So it's like this. Where do you come from?
We live in Washington State, and he's from Wisconsin.
He's doing so good. Oh my God. Really? Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. Wait. He's talking about because he's talking about your relationship. I love her. Like, they're the best. It's like, but listening is key. Less talking, more listening in this relationship. I feel like things can get jumbled across very quickly, and then people get butthurt very quickly, and then it goes, great, that's a whole nother thing. But then it repairs itself, and then it's like, hold on. Settled. So many things. There's like 15 things happening at one time right now. And I'm trying to figure out, there's like some sort of larger dog that looks like a lab or something like that rolls up in my head, but I don't know breeds very well with like a thicker tail. So I'm like, okay. And then, but I don't think that goes for you. I think that goes for somebody else because they're in your house. And then there's him that shows up, and then he busts out. I'm guessing does he have a brother that's passed as well?
He does. Yeah. I didn't ever know him very well, but
okay, because he hangs out behind him, but you can just see a male. And I'm like, what is this? And he puts them equal. And so I'm like, okay. And then with you, who had like the male friend that died in the accident, like the car accident or something like that? Or like because of that?
Car accident.
Or because of a car accident?
It could have been my uncle. Like I said, he died when I was pretty little, and I know that something happened to him, but my dad didn't talk about him a whole lot, even though, like, I think he was just kind of like, you know, like, he wasn't very big on, like, talking about, like, feelings a lot. So it very well could have been my uncle, because I remember he died really young.
Okay, yeah, because I'm asking who, and they're flashing this. It's like male, and then it's like some sort of like involving a vehicle or because of a vehicle, and so I'm like, where does this come? Okay, that's random. Wait, who? Hang on. He's like not wanting to blame. He's talking about don't be mad at him. He's talking about how, man, you were put between a rock and a hard place during all this time. Oh my God. He's talking about the tug of war battle back and forth and like loyalties to one side versus the other. He wants to be very open to you. He's like, and it's like you feeling bad about him. He's upset about, it's just, he's playing all this. My heart is hurting really bad and I have no idea what's going on right now. And hang on, it's one of them doing that. It's not anybody else. He was sick. He was sick. Hold on. It was a sick. Oh, he was like, I was like, what's going on? I was like, why are you making me feel trashy? He's like, I was a sick man. I was like, okay. I was like, how did you die? He's like, it is decaying. I guess he decayed or something like that, or went downhill with health. He's like, I don't want anybody to fix me, nothing like that. It's almost like we're embarrassed to say we're sick or something like that, or continue that area. He says, hold on. He's talking about how he didn't die in vain, like his work lives on. That's a whole nother thing. He's talking about how, hang on. He's talking about, I wish there wasn't so much guilt from you or like associated with this. I don't know where this come from. I don't know how to attach it to anything. It's just a phrase. He's talking about how, hang on. So you got to see him, but you never got to say goodbye?
Yeah, my parents had divorced. I think it was finalized like with less than a year before he died, and he immediately had a new girlfriend who was the one that was causing all the rifts between our entire family. And she stopped me from being with him on his deathbed.
Oh my God.
There's just like a million things that went on, but
it's okay. It's okay. Cause he's talking about how you saw, like you were able to see him, but that closure and that goodbye and that thing that you should have had was stolen from you and taken. Yeah. And he's apologizing for that. And he's taking it almost like she was the manipulator. Like it wasn't always his thing, that he didn't want that.
It was her the whole time.
Because I was like, because sometimes they do push that, right? They do say it, and he's acknowledging that no. And God, she tried to like sign over shit and everything. I don't even know what's going on with that. That's what he's talking about. He's showing like her like maniacally. And I'm like, all right. Yeah.
She changed his will so that my older sister got an inheritance, and she got an inheritance because she loved my older sister Liz, but for whatever reason hated me from the get-go. And she changed his will right before he died so that I didn't get anything but like the life insurance or whatever that he'd taken out for me, which was only like $10,000. And she and my sister split all of his money and his house and his car, and I had to literally like steal stuff in the bottom of my backpack the last time I like stayed the night there because I knew I was gonna die. So I like took a shirt and like a baseball mitt and like put it in the bottom of my backpack before I went home.
Oh my God, you poor, oh my God. Wow. Do you know how she showed her doing that in my head? You know the witch from The Emperor's New Groove? That's what he showed her doing, like, oh, I'm going to do this. And that's why I'm like, he's playing her for a real big countess. I can tell you that, because she is. Yeah. Oh my God. That's a whole, it's okay. You're going to cry. I'm going to cry. Why do you think? I don't have like hardcore makeup on right now. Hold on, but you look beautiful though. He seriously, wait. Liz is still the estranged sister.
Yeah.
Is still very egotistical, very scorned, very.
Yeah, I haven't heard from her since he died.
I don't think you need to. There's going to be too much. There's going to be too much power play there because I'm asking, I'm like, should we work on this? Like, how is this now? And because he mentioned her, right? Where is that at? And he's saying, no. And, but she's considerably older than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like at least 20 years older than I am.
Holy crap. Okay. Because he's putting her as the same age as me. And then my oldest half sister, I'm 32 and she's like 60. And so that's why I'm like, there's this massive age gap because he's using that. She's probably going to die of something of the heart. That's not because she's going to have to get over herself. That's a whole nother thing, but I'm not wishing anything. He just keeps making it hurt more and more and more. And that either means we're going to have a very hardcore scorned heart, or that means literally like we're going to pass some heart issues. Now, is that soon? No, but like, it's going to be, we'll realize that physical things are worth less than emotional relationships. That's what we'll realize at that point. Okay. Wait. Did you get to go to the funeral, but you didn't want to because you're like sitting in the back and it's talking about how you're like feeling like you're pushed out? He's showing me all this shit. I'm like, what's happening? Yeah.
They wouldn't let me sit with the family.
Oh my God. He's apologizing. Like this thing of like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He was walking back to you. So he's pulling you forward and walking you back. That's a whole thing. He's like acknowledging that in these moments. And it's these moments where we feel like our heart is being broken and ripped out and being left alone. And we're feeling like we're the only person sitting in a dark room. Mm-hmm. And he's acknowledging that. And he loves you. Okay. So don't think that that's what he wanted. It's the evils of the physical that do that. Okay. But it also has made you stronger. It's made you more compassionate. It's made you a little bit harder, which is good for the way that you've gone in life, which is good. You're able to deal with things more. You have a lot of like not cancer, the illness, but cancer, the sign in you too. So you feel for people. That's a whole nother thing. And you try to take care of everybody else. You're also sensitive as well, kind of like me, and you feel things and experience it. But like you also have a lot of shit going on too in your life. And so like you don't ever take the time, but you feel it, it pulls it towards you, which is why you're here. So this actually worked out really, really well. So just know that. And hold on. That's all them. That's all them. Hold on. Wait, I want to. Couldn't. He keeps telling me to tell you I want y'all to move.
Really?
I don't know why. Have you been thinking about that or something like that?
There have been some like we don't really want to because we have like childcare here, but my partner has been getting job offers in Montana. So it's we're not sure.
Okay, because he keeps showing me like adventure, like new adventure, and that's why I'm like, that's like gone out of the state. That's why I was like, he keeps saying you need to move. You need to move. You need to move. Okay, so know that if you do move, if you choose to do that, which would be great for your soul and great for everybody, that he will make sure that things work out with childcare too. If you just take that leap. Yeah. Things will fall in place. Don't be worried about it. If you want to go, and things will work out. Okay? Hold on. You have two? Are there two kids?
Just one.
When are we having the second one?
We've talked about having one in like a year, but we haven't done anything yet. Okay, because he's talking about, he goes like, can't wait to the second one, or like looking forward to the second one. And so I'm like, what is this? But like I need you to have you thought about like going into like esthetician, beauty, like all that stuff, like, or like getting into like I've thought about it. Yeah.
Okay, so for you, it's not even like let's do hair, let's do makeup. For you, it'd be more like let me do like Botox filler, like aesthetics, like that type of thing. That would be a whole nother thing. That'd be really, really good for you. Only reason I say it is because you have a medical sense that comes about you, like underneath it all. You have a compassion for like helping people that goes along with it. The normal basic bullshit of like office
Yeah,
job.
I work in the healthcare field.
Oh, there you go. Yep. And so, and that's why I'm like, it's like not, it's about, like I like it with helping people, but with the rest of it. But there's something about like you being a boss bitch, like on your game, like going and doing this, like that would be a whole nother thing. But that's later. That's later. That's like you're in another area right now of your life. So for right now, do you have any questions for me? I know it's kind of like a crash course on channeling. Yeah, it's a lot. I told you.
Like to ask questions, like to ask from him.
Oh yeah, or anything.
Yeah. Has he mentioned anything? I lost a video camera that had a bunch of videos of us together on it, and it wasn't backed up to anything. And I was just wondering if he would be able to help me find it.
The little one?
Yeah, it's like a little blue one that's like this big.
Yeah, it's little. Yeah, I was like, is it big? Is it from my, what is this? And he's showing me like, beep. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Hang on. Where? Well, you didn't take it out of the house. You kept it in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm asking, did she take it somewhere? Did she bring it someplace else? I always like to look outward first before I go inward. And what he's showing me is he's showing me still being in the energy of your space, because every house has their own frequency. And so for here, it like feels like it's here. But then he keeps showing me, he keeps like getting my bag, and he keeps showing me like, close it up and put it away. So it's like in a bag, or it's in a suitcase. Okay. It's not like on the floor. It's not like randomly thrown on the floor in a closet. It's literally, he's showing me literally like under all this shit in a bag. Like that.
That's actually really helpful.
Yeah, but it's inside. It's in the house. It's not gone. They'll show me if it's gone, and you won't ever be able to find it again. I was like, is it with mom? Is it here? Where's it at? Is it sister? And no, it's all there. So just take it. But also he hints with when you move, you'll find it. So that may also be a thing that like you may not find it until that happens, because that's them leading you on your path, and you go, yeah, shit, I was supposed to do this. Okay. Here it is. Okay. So for right now, what I want you to do in closing is I want you to take a couple of minutes before you go out into the world, and I want you to have a good breather, or I want you to have a good cry, okay? Because it's a lot of energy and we have to allow it to dissipate. Number 2, tonight before you go to bed, I want you to take about another 2 or 3 minutes, and I want you to close your eyes and just relax. And I want you to send out good vibes. And I want you to tell him thank you, and thank you for coming through. And I want you to also let the guilt, the anger, the sadness, the things that you've experienced roll past, because we're here. And then he has gone and acknowledged them, and he wants you to be happy here and moving on in the future too. Okay? So take a few minutes, have a breather, and then if you need me or if you have any questions or anything, just email me, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I told you it was going to be good.
Oh my gosh. I can't even begin to tell you how many nails you just hit right on the head. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's not, that's him. That's him. Yeah. I work here. So talk to him. And it's because of the connection that you've made. It's because your connection. So yeah. So let me know if you need me, okay? Love you. You're welcome.